Santa Barbara Baker here with my brand new Ooni Karu 16, taking it for its first bake. I did my initial burn off, about 30 minutes on that, full blast with the baffle open. For my first bake here, I'm gonna kind of go with, I think, in the same style I do with my Ooni Karu 16. Give the oven a full preheat. I'm gonna turn it down right about now. I'm gonna go inside, make a OG pizza, maybe a margherita. I'll figure it out as I go. Meet you back here. We'll take it for its first bake. It's pizza time with the brand new Ooni Karu 16. Here with my pizza margherita for the first bake in the Ooni Karu 16. I have it turned down. Give it one last shake here before I load it up into the oven. Wish me luck here. First bake always feel a little bit sketchy. Loading up nice. The difference here, I mean, with the Ooni Karu 16, the load is a little bit easier with that door. There's a little bit higher ceiling in here, which is nice for the load, and then the door to keep things warm, but also kind of a trip. It's a whole new oven. We're gonna bake a little bit differently here. My thermometer here is not reading any temp. I don't know if that's a malfunction or what. It was up and running earlier, but maybe I turned it down and it's not reading anymore. Something I have to troubleshoot. So far, it's looking pretty good in there. I really like the idea of the door with this oven. That's gonna allow you to bake a little bit longer, but keep the heat in. It's one of the problematic things. I love that Karu 16, but the lack of the door, you know, it's fun to bake with it open, but you do lose a lot of heat. This thing is looking pretty nice. Maybe I should have kept the temp up a little bit more, but we'll just go with this longer, little slower bake. I like the looks of it. So far, so good. I see some bubbles popping up there. This door, that's one of the new technologies with this new oven, is a see-through door. Ooni's claiming that we're going to be able to not require just a little bit of basic cleaning to keep it being able to see through nice and clear, keep an eye on your pizza. Wow, it's bubbling up really nice. I'm thinking about a first turn here. Let's open it up, see what's going on here. Take a look at the bottom here. Oh yeah, pretty good. You can see so easily into this oven. It's really nice. The first turn here, judging by what I'm seeing here, is went a little bit low on the temp. We're definitely not doing a Neapolitan style here, but I think it's pretty fun. Is it possible that we might be able to get something that you could call kind of a New York style, for lack of a better term? Looking kind of promising right now. This pizza looks really nice. I think I would recommend going a little bit higher heat. I did that full preheat, but I turned it down when I went in to stretch. Looks like it cooled down a little bit too much for that more like Neapolitan style. Looking really nice though. Going here for another turn. I just want to take a look at this thing. I'm like, should I turn it up a little bit? I'm not liking the browning on the top so far, but the bottom is looking really good. What we could do here is, my idea is, I'll get that bottom nice and brown, and then at the end we'll crank up that heat, get a nice little, finish it off with some browning on top, making sure it doesn't burn. I'm always a little sketch. First bake, burn potential I feel is high. Seeing some nice browning on there. This is a batch of my instant dried yeast recipe that's up on santabarbarabaker.com. That's where you can find all my pizza recipes. Usually baking the Karu 16. We moved on now. We're going to bake in tandem with the Karu 16 too. Pretty fun to be working with a new oven. I'm loving the look of this. Getting some nice browning here. Look at that pizza. Definitely a different vibe on it. I'm into it though. I'm really liking the looks of this. Really fun, I think, with this new oven with the door. Little more versatility here, and you can see that it's keeping in the heat better than the Karu 16. I think this is going to open the door to some new styles of pizza, which is really exciting for me. I think this thing is starting to finish up, but I'm thinking that the crust up top is looking too light to me. So like I said, I think I'm going to go for blast it off here at the end, but do I even need it? It's bubbling up so nice. Way different vibe. Definitely not the Neapolitan vibe on that, but I like that you see so much of those same kind of looking pizzas out there. I'm happy to change it up a little bit here. I'm into it. Let's do another turn just because we want to get in and get a look here. Maybe I'll pop it out a little bit for you guys to see. I can feel with your turning wheel here that crust is setting up. Look at that. Definitely way light. I'm like, can we dome it up here? You can put it up by the flame here. Let me see the bottom. It's looking really nice here. I think what we'll do, like I was saying, start just easing up the heat. I'm a little bit sketch on this. This is like beautiful looking pizza here, but way too pale on the top for me. I like a little bit more browning, but we're gonna crank it up a little bit, see what happens. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. All right, let's give it another turn here. And I'm thinking now, you know, maybe a good idea here, do you necessarily have to bake with the oven door closed? Maybe you can have it open here. Let's see, get this thing up a little bit more. Oh yeah, here we go. I think this will be the way to finish it on this one. You can see, start doming up the pie. Looking really nice, different vibe. I've stretched the pizza with a little semolina so it looks different too. A little bit light browning on the top here, but it's looking pretty dope. Into it. Look at that. You can tell that this pizza is going to be nice and crispy. Get up here with a little bit more browning. This thing is on its way to done. I'm into it. Look at that. It's kind of like a hybrid style. I'm into it. How many times can I say that on one pizza bake? You can count them. Let me know down in the comments. I'm into this thing. This thing is definitely finishing up. Look at that browning. This is pretty fun finishing it up like this with the high flame at the end. Wow, look at that. So dang. Super headies on board here. A little too much semolina on that crust. I can see I'm a little bumped on that. But we're into it. We'll clean the deck on to the next one. But first, let's get this thing out of here. We'll let it rest. Slice it up. We're gonna taste this thing together here. I'm into it. Look at that brownie. I think for a lot of people this might be done. Let's see here, the bottom. Oh, so bomb. Super dang. First bake, a success. I think it's gotta be. Let me get it. Oh, look at that. You can just feel it picking it up. That crust is fully set like we like. This is not gonna be a soggy tip sagging pizza. This is the dank. I'm gonna let this thing rest, slice it back up. I'll meet you here. We'll take it for a taste. Successful first bake in the Ooni Karu 16. This pizza is looking totally different than in my normal style, but I'm actually super excited about it. This is what I was hoping for. A little more versatility. This is not a Neapolitan looking pizza to me. Something a little different going on here. I had that oven turned down when I was baking. I turned it down when I was actually stretching the pizza. I took, a leisurely stretch there. But the bake on this looks like something a little bit more like you would get in a deck oven. And like, look at the pickup on that thing, nice and brown. I was noticing with this door, definitely the oven deck stays hotter than the Kota 16, which is a great thing. Let's get in this thing. That is an amazing bite of pizza. I am super excited on this oven. For reals on this thing. Totally crispy bite on this. Way different. That's one of the things that I kind of struggle with sometimes on the Kota 16 is getting that bottom nice and crispy. I think we can do it with this oven, that door, added insulation in here. I'm excited to do is try some Neapolitan style pizzas. I think you can probably bake with the door open, which I like. I'm into that. As we finished on there, that was a kind of a cool style. I can't wait to play around with this thing. Subscribe to the Santa Barbara Baker YouTube channel to follow along as we take our journey with this new oven, because who knows what I'm going to be baking up on this thing. I'm pumped on it. Check out my dough recipes, all my pizza recipes up on SantaBarbaraBaker.com. That's a spot. Give me a follow on Instagram. I'm Santa Barbara Baker on there. I love you all. Thanks for all the support. Keep making pizza, dreaming pizza, eating delicious pizza. Look at that bottom. You guys are always asking about that. Look at that. That's the danks. Love you all. One love.